Here's a person who's trying to stay out of trouble. And here's the same person sending all of his clanmates to a life and death experience just for the fun of it. Meet Krai Andrew, the leader of the strongest party called the Grieving Souls, and the clan master of the largest clan called the First Steps. And what makes him so special is that from outsider's perspective, everyone thinks that to him the entire capital is just a playground for him to enjoy. And what do people do when they are omnipotent like a god? Well, of course they create challenges for all human beings. At least that's what Tino Shade, a level 4 hunter, would say when she was forced into a level 3 corpse collecting job, and while on paper that didn't sound hard enough, Krai also created a whole spaghetti party with people he just met yesterday. The mission was to collect 5 missing level 5 hunters who went into a level 3 treasure vault and never came back. What could possibly go wrong? I should probably mention that Krai is also a hunter and level 8 at that, but I still have bad news for Tino because he's not coming with her until she's in mortal peril. And trust me, she will be in mortal peril, because how else are you going to train our hunters while sitting in his clan master's chair? To address an elephant in a room, Krai, to all intents and purposes, is physically really weak. But what is actually really weird is that being an incompetent human being is a plus for being a clan master. It's actually because every job he personally has to do just gives to someone else. But because he's really unlucky, he chooses the worst possible solution with the best outcome, which gives our people so many problems with his character. And because of that, each and every whim this man has, there's always someone on the other side experiencing life and death situations. Meanwhile, Krai is enjoying his life after passing off an easy job to Tino. He starts talking to his clanmates about recent events in the capital. But when a conversation comes back to those level 5 hunters who went missing in level 3 dungeon, Krai starts asking for more details while sweating buckets. While his clanmates think that 1000 Tricks has sent Tino to 1000 trials, their clanmates feel sorry for Tino. But Krai is actually panicking for a different reason. He never intended to make Tino's life difficult, but Tino already knew that. She thinks that 1000 Tricks is giving her life and death experience because he wants to see Tino grow as a professional treasure hunter. But the question remains at how Krai even ended up in such a weird position. I mean, being the clan master or a leader of a party was already beyond his abilities. Well, everything started with a simple dream 6 children had from Backwater Village. When we reached the age of 15, we all came to the Zabrudia Empire, also known as the Holy Land of Treasure Hunters, and there we visited their first treasure vault. While everyone showed their talents they accumulated for this special day, Krai realized that he would have no chance to stay on equal ground with his childhood friends, which is why he made a speech to his childhood friends that he should quit being a treasure hunter. But Luke gave a counter-argument saying that their party needs a team leader. Therefore, the entire party unanimously decided that Krai should be a leader. That is how everything started before it could even end. But Krai becoming the leader was the greatest thing that could have ever happened to their party. The first decision he made as a party leader was creating an official party under a name Grieving Souls. Well, at first they didn't like it, but when Krai leveraged his position as a leader, they all agreed. But every action has its own consequences. What actually happened was people mistook them as a criminal party, which put a target on their back, which basically transformed into some sort of life and death training for his friends on a daily basis. But while Krai was trying to run away from his responsibilities as a party leader, he also created a clan called First Steps, meaning first steps to his retirement. Krai invites multiple famous parties, and his party members negotiate their stay. Krai created a yearly voting system for who should bear the responsibility of a clan master. But because he created this clan and some other things, Krai for the past 5 consecutive elections gets overwhelming majority votes. Since Krai also needed a vice clan master to control the clan, he asked a major trading company to give him one of their employees. They agreed after Krai asked for a simple receptionist called Eva. When Eva was headhunted, she thought she would do simple front desk work, but instead she instantly became the second in command after Krai tricked her and has been running the clan ever since. One of her jobs is rigging elections to Krai's favor, because the only reason she still works at First Steps is because of Krai, saying that it would be no point to stay if Krai is not the clan master. No matter how Krai wishes to quit or give clan master's position to Eva, she simply won't allow it to happen. Getting back to the present, Tino Shade is still alive and fighting for her life right this instant. The reason why she agreed to the 1000 trials for the 1000 tricks is because Tino wants to become a professional hunter on the same level as the Grieving Souls in order to join their party. She became the apprentice of Liz, who is one of Krai's childhood friends. When Tino first saw the results of her training, she grew conceited with her own power, but comparing her power to her clan master Krai, she might as well be trash, meaning there would be no point in comparing herself to weaker hunters. While Master is God is her catchphrase, she's still on her last leg in that level 3 dungeon. When Krai finally realizes that he sent Tino to a very dangerous mission, he uses every resource available to him to save her, but realizes that his clanmates would be too slow to arrive to help Tino. He has no choice but to go there himself. While Krai is physically weak, he compensates for it by using a mysterious technology called relics. Relics are special drop items from treasure vaults giving random abilities. One of them is Night Hiker, a relic which allows a user to fly only at night. Krai, being a relic collector, uses every fully charged relic to travel and help Tino. Krai also, as a last resort, brings one of the legal items which was created by his party alchemist named Citrus Smart, the sister of Liz Smart, which he kept for safekeeping. Krai, for simplicity, called it Citrus Slime, but it's a dangerous slime which can suck dangerous amount of mana material around its vicinity, which could result in the city's destruction. Like I said, Krai will only use it as a last resort. If you ever wanted to see how level 8 would speedrun a level 4 treasure vault like he should have done from the beginning, well, you will as soon as Krai stops making a beeline for the treasure vault. But oh no, he suddenly remembers that his relic, Night Hiker, has a slight major design flaw. The last recipient died, launching himself to a ceiling. As a result, instead of gently gliding through the air and straight to the treasure vault, Krai ends up rocketing himself straight into the arms of the enemy Tino was too exhausted to face. While Tino was really happy to see Master saving her life, Krai is panicking on the inside. As a clan leader, he must always maintain his dignity. Krai was unfazed when the enemy attacked him because his relic can stop any attack once. Well, in reality, he has 17 safety rings for one-time use until he can ask his stepsister to recharge them. But Krai is still in hot water until he buys some time for Tino to escape. Krai's other relics, like the shooting ring, can shoot fireworks which deal no real damage to the enemies, which leaves Citrus Slime. When Krai opens the capsule, he realizes something very important. The slime, which is illegal, could destroy the capital, is not in the capsule. Well, I hope nothing wrong will happen, and Krai, out of desperation, throws the empty capsule to the phantoms, whose survival instincts say that they should be careful of it. Krai stunted the enemies and told Tino's party that they should just run away. When they do exactly as he instructed, Krai, who was trying to escape, leads the entire party in a random direction and accidentally finds the missing hunters. The 1000 Tricks realizes that he has no idea what he is doing and gives all the responsibility to Tino in order to find the exit. She accepts it, knowing that she has a safety net of Krai stepping up if something goes wrong. But when they stumble across the treasure vault's final boss, Tino becomes scared. Tino's face was really pale seeing the last boss. Oh wait, she became even more scared when she saw that her master is here. Tino's master, Liz Smart, who was at the level 8 treasure vault, got bored and wanted to see her party leader Krai. She ran from the treasure vault to the clan of the first steps and from the clan to where Krai is just to see him, all because she kinda has a crush on him. But her disappointment and anger was directed at Tino seeing her struggle against some small fries. She one-taps the boss and catches some bullets while wearing the Grieving Soul's mask, which does not have any eye holes, because well, Krai forgot to cut them out when he ordered the masks. And that is how Krai almost sent Tino to her death and her entire party, and according to Empire, Krai was not even suspected of committing any crimes this time.